Hi, Greg here, and in this lesson I'm going to teach you how certain sounds in English can just disappear to make life easier for you. Are you ready? On this channel, I help you speak advanced English so you can master English conversation, and we do this with advanced pronunciation, grammar and vocabulary lessons. Today I've got a very advanced pronunciation piece of advice for you, which is going to make communication easier for you. This is something that native speakers do all the time to make life easier for us. If a word or if a combination of words is difficult to pronounce, native speakers automatically, without thinking, use a series of techniques to make pronouncing those words much easier. We don't want to have a difficult time when we're speaking. The whole point of verbal communication is to get your message to the other person as quickly and as easily as possible. So why are we going to suffer? We don't. And one of the techniques that we do in order to not suffer is what I'm going to talk about today. It is when certain sounds just disappear. That's right. If we have a word or two words which have quite a number of consonants together, what we do is we simply make one of them disappear to make it easier to pronounce them. This happens in British English and American English pronunciation. So let's have a look exactly how this works. So basically this happens with just two consonants, and they are the t sound and the d sound. Remember, pronunciation is all about sounds, not letters, but this does usually happen with the letters T and D. Now, when one of these sounds is directly between two other consonant sounds, what we often do to speak more quickly and more fluently, we just take the D or T and just get rid of it. We delete it, we don't pronounce it, and we just reduce the number of consonants that we have to pronounce. It works. It's not incorrect, it's not lazy, it just works, and it just makes life easier to pronounce certain words and phrases in English. Okay, so these rules and explanations mean nothing without examples, so let's have a look at some. At the end of every lesson, I normally say to you, I'll see you in the next lesson. I'll see you in the next lesson. But if I'm speaking quickly, I will delete the T and just say, I'll see you in the next lesson. Next lesson. You see, next lesson has four consonants together. The letter X has two, it's Ks, like the K and S sound, Ks. Then the T of next, then the L of lesson. Four consonants together is difficult to pronounce. So what usually happens is this. We delete one and it becomes much easier. Next lesson. You say it. Now, I want you to practice these when I say it. Try saying next lesson and try saying next lesson without the T. And let me know in the comments if this technique makes life easier for you. Let's have a look at some more examples. Something you might say if you go to New York is, wow, that's the biggest statue I've ever seen. So we don't say that's the biggest statue. The S-T combination of consonants is really, really difficult to pronounce. So delete the T in the middle and let's say it again. That's the biggest statue. Listen again. Biggest statue I've ever seen. Okay, you say it. Biggest statue or biggest statue? Which is easier? So this often happens with superlatives because they always end biggest, longest, tallest. They always end ST. So if the next word begins with a consonant, the T is usually deleted. Now, I really want to tell you a few other very, very common places that this happens. One is with the word and. In the word and, The D comes directly after one consonant, so if the next word begins with a consonant, we're in this situation of a D being surrounded by consonants, so we delete the D. So yes, sometimes you will hear people say boys and girls, but normally in fast-spoken British English, you will hear people say boys and girls, boys and girls, boys and girls. And I have to say that this pronunciation of and is so common and so easy that we also actually use it when the next word begins with a vowel. So yes, you can hear people saying bacon and eggs, but it's very, very common to hear people say bacon and eggs, without the D of and. Okay, two other very common expressions that this happens in are the expressions I don't like, I don't like, I don't like. A super common expression where the T is between two consonants. So instead of I don't like, make life easy for yourself and say I don't like. And another one is with the expression I can't. Now you might think, okay, but if I delete the T of can't, you're going to understand the opposite, can. No, because the vowel sound in the middle is the most important thing in these words. In the positive, we normally use the schwa sound, which is so it sounds like this, I can go. And in the negative, we use the long R sound, and it's not so important to use the T, because the long vowel sound tells us that it's the negative. I can't go, I can't go. Okay, another very common expression is this. So instead of most people, STP is difficult, so delete the T and say most people, most people. Again, native speakers do this, so do it, it's easier. And this can happen in one word. It doesn't have to necessarily be two words, like the examples I have given you. This can happen inside one word, like the word sandcastle. Very, very often when native speakers are speaking naturally, they will delete the D of sandcastle and just say sandcastle, sandcastle. I've written all the examples I've used today in the comments below, so practice without the T, and let me know in the comments if you find it easier without the T or with the T. This technique is a connected speech technique, and connected speech is so important if you want to speak English naturally, joining words together like a native speaker does. So there are two more videos there in which I teach you other connected speech techniques, so I highly recommend you watch those videos next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye for now.